Hi, and welcome back to the channel, guys. I just did a video where I talked about all the big news from the Disney investors meeting with regards to what we heard from Lucasfilm and Star Wars. There was a lot to get into there. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the big Marvel news, the big MCU news that we got from the investors meeting as well. And I haven't looked into these as much as I did with the Star Wars news. So much of this is maybe going to be new to me. Some of it I'm sure I've heard about before. And it's just going to be a few new tidbits here and there that I maybe didn't know of. And then there's also a lot of trailers and sizzle reels, videos that I'm also going to be reacting to. So let's just take it from the top and start with WandaVision, because that's coming up very, very, very soon. And I'm sure most of you out there already know a lot about it, so I think I'm just gonna jump straight into the new trailer, and then I'll talk about it afterwards.
So what's a single gal like you doing rattling around this big house?
Well, I assure you I'm married to a man, a human one.
Wanda.
This sitcom setting is so interesting.
Unusual couple.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
We just don't know what to expect.
Howdy, neighbors. Hey, buddy.
Wanda, what's up?
Oh wait,
I don't know.
I think something's wrong here.
something is definitely wrong.
This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think we handled that well.
Damn, chills, everything. I still don't know what to think about the sitcom setting, but I'm sure they're going to use it in a very unique way. Wow, man. So that was WandaVision, and as I said, many of us probably knew beforehand a lot of this stuff, like what was it going to be about. We've seen some trailers before, and this one just showed us some of the same and some new stuff as well. A lot from this, I'm just going to call it this weird reality that Scarlet Witch has probably made herself, and like her being distraught about Vision's death, it weighs heavily on her. It's going to have like an effect mentally, and then she's creating these realities, and then something is also happening on the other side of that in the real world. It seems like we saw an Infinity Stone, the one that was in Vision's head before, the Mind Stone, that also created WandaVision and her brother Quicksilver, who's rumored to be in this series as well, I'm pretty sure. And it's going to connect to the Doctor Strange movie, the Multiverse of Madness, that's then going to connect into the Spider-Man movie. It's going to be huge, because in that one, and I'm pretty sure it's confirmed by now, that we're getting Tobey Maguire back, Andrew Garfield, Jamie Foxx, and Kirsten Dunst. Just a lot of people that we've seen before in previous iterations of Spider-Man. So multiverse, a lot of multiverse going on, and that is going to be a big focus, I think, in this phase 4 of Marvel for a lot of their projects, movies, series, and whatnot. But let's jump into the next one. There's quite a few here. So what's next on the list? For me, that is the one that I'm looking at here is Loki. That's another one that we've known about for a while, and that many people are looking forward to. Loki, he is a big fan favorite in the MCU. And there is now a trailer for the Loki series. And we haven't seen much from that one yet. So I'm quite excited about that. And I'm going to jump straight into it and talk about it afterwards. Oh. And that's the scene we got in Endgame. Enter Hulk. Yeah. What now? Hey. He's in a desert. Huh?
You taking me somewhere to kill me?
No, I'm taking you someplace to talk.
Well, I don't like to talk.
Is that Owen Wilson?
Like a lie, which you
Wow.
just did. Because we both know you love to talk. Talky.
How long have you been here?
I don't know, it's hard to say. You know, time passes differently here in the TVA.
What does that mean?
You'll catch up.
In the what?
Glorious.
Wait.
Brother, Heimdall, you'd better be ready.
Brother, you better be ready. Oh!
Come on. What did you expect?
I don't know. Not that. Holy shit. What? That was all over the place, and I love it. That was a much deeper look into the series than I expected. Whoa, we saw a lot. Where is he? I'm not sure I caught that. I might have to rewatch it. You can tell me in the comments as well some of the stuff that I missed, because I'm sure I missed a lot. Did we see Black Widow at one point, just her sitting and like from behind, or was that just someone else with red hair and just wearing what looked like dark black spandex, sort of? He said brother at the end, and then he got beamed up by the Bifrost. Yeah, wow. And Owen Wilson, I think I actually heard something about that or read something about it at one point and just forgot about it. And now I just got surprised all over again seeing him in the MCU. He's going to be... And time works differently where he is. Does it have something to do with Kang? Did I see Kang in there? Another Marvel character, villain thing from the comics. So much to get into, I'm sure, once you break it all down, and I'm certain there are many channels out there who are doing like frame by frame breakdown, so I'm not really going to do that, but at least now you got my reaction to it, and holy shit, I'm looking forward to that. I think both me and Kat are looking very much forward to the Loki series, because we love that character. How are they gonna, like, he is a villain, strictly speaking, or he has been a villain through much of the MCU, and then he kind of turned good towards the end. But this is not the same Loki as the one that we lost in Endgame. This is an earlier version from the first Avengers. They showed us that scene again at the start of this trailer from Endgame, where he picks up the Tesseract and disappears. and then ends up in the desert, and then that plays with Owen Wilson. So yeah, how are they gonna handle his character? Is he gonna continue his villainous ways, or are they gonna do the same thing again, where they kind of turn him good? Who knows? The people who are making the series, they know, of course, but we don't, not yet, not until it comes out, and they've already shot a lot of it, as we saw in the trailer. Whoa! Okay, next up, after Loki, we got another one that we kind of know about, and that is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's quite an interesting one as well, and we know Zemo is returning. Maybe there's going to be some more familiar faces throughout that series. Yeah, let's just jump into the trailer and then talk about it afterwards, like we did with the other ones. Oh, Cap.
The legacy of that shield is complicated. The world is upside down. People need something to get behind. They need the symbol. So what's our plan?
Oof, a lot of action.
So no plan. Great.
Falcon is doing his thing. Oh. Huh.
What's going on in that cyborg brain of yours?
You don't want to know.
Oh yeah, I can see it working. Gears turning. Oh, they're malfunctioning. They're on fire. God, I hate you.
Okay, and getting some of that same chemistry that we also got in Civil War. That one was definitely more in the same vein as we've seen before with the MCU. It very much felt like an MCU trailer with some of the same beats, a lot of quick shots, action, and even more action. A lot of CGI going on, and then we got the chemistry between Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got a quick shot of Baron Zemo. Looked like he was standing in front of the Winter Soldier because we got that hand there, metallic hand, dropping some bullets. How is he going to play into that whole story? And then we have this underlying theme of people, they need something to believe in. They need someone to believe in. And that kind of used to be Cap. Cap is no more, or at least he's put down his shield. He's with Peggy. He's old. Yeah, sorry, spoiler alert for Endgame, I guess, even though I'm sure most of you have seen it. But it's definitely going to be a continuation of that story, and it feels more grounded than the stuff that we just got into before with WandaVision and Loki. But still, very much looking forward to it. There's so much coming. How are we even going to have time for all of this? And if we're going to be doing reactions, I don't know. We'll just have to see how we're going to be doing it. But let's get into the next thing. Then we have the What If project. And there's also a trailer for that. And from what I've read about it and heard about it beforehand, it is very much, just like the name implies, a what if series, if things had gone differently throughout the MCU. And then a lot of, it is animated, I'm pretty sure. And then a lot of actors are going to be returning and voicing their roles and maybe some other roles. And yeah, they're gonna do some interesting stuff with that one. But let's watch the trailer and then talk about it afterwards.
Space. Time. Reality.
Jeffrey Wright.
In a linear path.
Oh yeah, he's the narrator.
A prism of endless possibility.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
Cool animation style, at least.
I was promised an
Oh, Captain Britain.
Have a super soldier.
So that would be Peggy. Haha.
You sure don't seem too freaked out about all this, kid.
Oh,
What you doing out there all by yourself anyway?
Exploring the world.
Sounds fun.
T'Challa
But why stop
as
when we can
Star-Lord.
show all of them?
Oh, really digging the animation.
I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me and dare to face the unknown.
Huh. Zombie Cap?
On to the question.
What if?
Give me the tour.
Oof. Doctor Strange versus Doctor Strange. That was a lot of what ifs, definitely. I really, really like that. Great animation. And just once again, as the name implies, it's a lot of scenarios, a lot of situations, timelines where things are different characters, actors in roles that we've seen before, played by others, just like Peggy Carter now being Captain Britain, it seems like, instead of Steve Rogers being Captain America. Then we had T'Challa being picked up and becoming Star-Lord instead. It's just, wow, yeah, that's... I like that they're doing that, and then that makes it easier for them to explore different avenues story-wise without impacting like the main storyline that they got going on right now in the MCU. So it's not really going to have an impact on all of that, but they can still tell us some cool and different stories. But let's speed things up here a little bit. Next one, Miss Marvel. We got another sizzle reel for that. Miss Marvel, I'm not too familiar with that character. I know that she was in the recent Avengers video game as a big character there. But let's watch the trailer, or the sizzle reel, as they call it.
Miss Marvel is a new kind of superhero. But at the core of all of it, her story is so universal.
Miss Marvel is one of the newer characters in the Marvel comics. And when one comes in that grabs the world's imagination like this, the questions are, when are we going to bring Miss Marvel to the screen?
When Miss Marvel first came out, we had such an incredible reaction.
It was so incredibly popular because everybody could see themselves in her. I never saw a young teenager of color, specifically a Pakistani, in a comic book. Are you kidding?
You promised you'd be cool.
I am cool. The casting process was vast. When we discovered Iman, we knew that she was Kamala Khan.
It was a unanimous decision.
I can't comprehend.
Oh,
And then, of course, we
That's
got
sweet.
a really incredible team of directors. Bilal Fallah, Adel Al-Arabi, Mira Menon, and Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. And all of them are taking the material and elevating it.
So human. It's about a teenager figuring out who she is and about relationships. Family and friendship is at the heart of the MCU canon. That's what's so exciting about the story that we're bringing, is that we're going to introduce you to a new family that's also going to be part of the wider MCU.
marvelous. So another interesting project that, as I said, I didn't know much about beforehand. Now I know a little bit more about it, and I like how they're going about it. Like creating the series with the directors that are because yeah, it's apparent that they're going with a character here that comes from a different cultural background than many of the other characters that we've seen before in the MCU specifically, and then bringing in people who are also more from that cultural background to tell us these stories. It just makes a lot of sense in my mind here. So definitely looking forward to this series as well. It's maybe gonna be a bit more low key than some of the other stuff that we've seen. No pun intended. Loki. Not as out there, a bit more grounded maybe, or at least at the beginning of this thing when she's gonna start with getting her powers, however that's gonna happen, and trying it out, and then getting pulled into this world of superheroes. Damn, yeah. Another very, very interesting project. So what do we have next? I think I've seen pretty much all of the trailers that they gave us. So now I'm just quickly gonna go through the rest of the list. We have one here called Ironheart, where Samuel Jackson is back as Nick Fury, and Ben Mendelsohn from Captain Marvel returns as the Skrull Talos in Marvel Studios' original series Secret Invasion, coming to... Wait, why did it say Ironheart then? Oh, okay, so we got both Secret Invasion and another thing called Ironheart. Okay, so Secret Invasion, yeah, that makes sense that they're bringing in Nick Fury and Ben Mendelsohn as the Skrull Talos, because Secret Invasion, that was a storyline from the comic books with the Skrull. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I'm sure that's going to have big repercussions for the MCU overall. And is that a... Well, if it's coming to Disney Plus, then it must be another series. And then Ironheart, okay, coming soon to Disney Plus. Dominique Thorne is a genius inventor, Riri Williams. I cannot pronounce anything at the moment. An original series about the creator of the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man. Okay, so yeah, building on the Iron Man legacy, and I think I've read and I've heard a little bit about that as well. The character as the inventor Riri Williams is gonna become like the new Iron Man, and then called by a different name, Ironheart. So yeah, continuing that, and then there's gonna be some Iron Man legacy in that, I am sure. We got another thing called The Armor Wars. Okay. With Don Cheadle returning as James Rhodes, aka War Machine. In Armor Wars, an original series coming to Disney Plus, a classic Marvel story about Tony Stark's worst fear coming true. What happens when his tech falls into the wrong hands? Ah, poor Tony. They already killed him off and still kicking him in the afterlife almost with oh no, there are consequences to your actions and all the mistakes that he made, and now some of his fears are coming true again with I'm thinking if the series is going to be called Armor Wars, then it's because of many of his Iron Man armors they've fallen into the wrong hands, and then Rhodes, he's going to have to correct it and take them out, these villains who've gotten their hands on Tony's tech. And then we have Moon Knight, another series that we've heard about before, an original series about a complex vigilante coming to Disney Plus. It doesn't really say here casting wise, but I'm pretty sure I read that Oscar Isaac is going to be playing Moon Knight. I love Oscar Isaac. Gonna be really, really cool to see him in the role of Moon Knight. It's another Marvel character that I don't know much about, so please feel free to enlighten me in the comments about like who this guy really is. I think what I've heard about him is that he has some sort of personality disorder, and he's kind of like Batman in a lot of ways, and then not really. Yep. And then, okay, yeah, Secret Invasion, we already got that. And then Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Okay, so continuing the holiday special trend. Now that they made a new Star Wars holiday special, then why not give us a Marvel MCU holiday special with the Guardians of the Galaxy? And James Gunn is back to write and direct, so yay. I don't know what the plans are when it comes to a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 just yet. Unless they already told us something about that, and I just haven't seen it. But I like that James Gunn is coming back to direct and write some Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. Oh wait, it does seem like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has been confirmed, and this is gonna happen afterwards. And there will also be a series of short films called I Am Groot, starring, you guessed it, Groot. Okay, didn't know about that. Cool. More Groot. I'm there. I'm there for it. And then we have She-Hulk, where Tatiana Maslany will portray Jennifer Walters / She-Hulk, and Tim Roth will return as the Abomination, and Hulk himself, Mark Ruffalo, will appear in the series. Directed by Kat Coiro and Anu Valia. She-Hulk is coming to Disney+. Whoa, so that was a lot of news as well. And I love that, of course, they're bringing in Mark Ruffalo as Hulk in a She-Hulk series. I think that makes sense. And then Tim Roth returning as Abomination. Haven't seen him since the Incredible Hulk movie, which is still canon, by the way, even though they don't really talk about it a lot. But he didn't die in that movie. And I like Tim Roth, so yeah. I'm definitely up for that as well. I'm in. I'm 100% in on all of the stuff that we got here from the MCU, and also the stuff that I talked about in the previous video from with Lucasfilm and Star Wars. Like, there's so much good stuff coming, and I could probably keep talking about it, but this has already been a video that was way longer than I anticipated, and it's just with the amount of news that we're getting here, the amount of videos, stuff to talk about. It's impossible to keep it short. But I'm still gonna end it here. And please feel free to continue the speculations and the discussions down in the comments below, and I'll join in at some point. Wow, this was just a lot of stuff. It's a good time to be a nerd. It's a good time to be a fan of Star Wars and Marvel and all of this stuff that we're getting a lot of in both series and movies, streaming services. It is a very different time that we live in at the moment. And yeah, if COVID hadn't happened, then we would definitely be in a different place, and we would already have seen Black Widow and the Eternals, I think, as well, would probably already have come out. I don't even remember like the old release dates before all of this happened. It's hard to remember anything really from the before times. But the future is looking a little bit brighter with all of this news from the Disney investors meeting. Well, that's going to do it for this little breakdown of all the news. What did you think of all of it? Please let me know down in the comments below, as I said. And then I will see you as soon as possible. Bye.